Coralie, my daughter Coralie has glasses, but she doesn't have prescription glasses. She just wears glasses because I don't know. She's a fucking
she's gonna
hipster.
get
she's a hipster or whatever, right?
If she keeps doing that, dude.
So get this. No, they're just clear. They're like regular. Yeah, they're not prescription at all.
Right.
But get this. So the other day she goes to school, and I asked her if anyone said anything about her glasses because I know that they're fake. And she was like, yeah. And I said, did you tell anyone that they're fake? And she was like, oh, I forgot, right? And then she's like, she's 7, by the way, John. So she was like, I sat down and my teacher asked how come I wasn't wearing them. And instead of saying, oh, because they're fake, she was like, oh, sorry. And gets up and got her fucking glasses.
She's in this for life, dude.
Yeah, now she's just got to keep up. She's got to keep up this lie at least for the rest of the school year.
No, for the rest of her life. She's like, the truth is, I never needed glasses, but I just started wearing them in school, and people were like, oh, and this became my life.
My daughter does the same thing. She has fake glasses she wears everywhere she goes if she wants to. Like, she'll go back and forth, but she's like, oh, they're my fashion glasses. And I'm like, come on, kid.
Fashion, Jesus.
Yeah, she's 10, so.
Oh my God.
All right, Pierce, roll the intro.
Right?
Hey everybody, welcome to season 3, episode 3 of the Speakeasy Gentlemen. That's got to be good luck, right? 3-3?
3-3.
It already started off well,
That's good for me. I'm the third, so 3 is my favorite number.
Oh, crazy.
My daughter was born on the 3rd.
There you go. I was born in March, the 3rd month, so, it's all good.
Oh, nice. So, if you haven't seen the show before, what we do is drink and talk like we would at a bar, but we're all so far away, so we do it here. My name is Josh. I'm in Spokane, Washington. My brother down there is in Phoenix, Arizona. David, my buddy down there, is in Santa Ana, California.
The other brother from the other mother.
Our guest today, John, you're in Washington also, aren't you?
I am. I'm out by Seattle. Yeah.
Nice. And it's dumping on you guys too over there?
It is snowing so hard right now.
Don't say dump. That's
dude, it's ridiculous. I have, seriously, I went and shoveled this morning. I have at least this much snow.
You shoveled dump?
Yeah.
Shovel the dump.
Right. Shovel the dump.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
How many inches you got there, Josh?
That's a little personal.
Of snow.
Snow.
Do you ever see that, it says, we got 8 inches of snow, and you can see, a hole imprint.
Is it a dildo?
Yeah, someone's saying I measured myself, right? Saying he used his penis or whatever.
Stupid.
And then someone commented on that, and they were like, I live where you live. There was only 3 inches of snow.
Oh, no.
All right, anyway, we got John on the show. John is a podcaster as well. John, tell us a little bit about your show.
Sure, yeah. So I co-host a show called Spoiler Crunch where we talk about comics, movies, and pop culture and life and whatever we want to. I co-host with my uncle, Kenrick Regan, and we've been doing it for about a year and a half now. We've gone to San Diego Comic-Con. We've gone to San Francisco and Portland, various Comic-Cons to cover and interview creators, and we bring on writers and artists and actors and directors. We've had Uwe Boll on. We've had Ben Templesmith and Mike Grell and Scott Godlesky come on and talk about creating what they want to do, and we just basically use it as a way to have a conversation with the people we like the work of.
Damn. We need to start going to convention.
Podcast, dude? We're shit.
All right, some good people on.
We had Michael Goff on. Come on.
Yeah, but we're not going places and getting other people.
Yeah, well, I like doing everything.
That's season 4.
I don't want to go places.
Season 4, yeah.
I'm telling you, dude. Look. If we got Kenny to get back on the show, and we just get him hammered and send him out to those places to interview people.
Is he still alive?
Fantastic. I don't know. I think he might be dead. Anyway, we do have a drink of the week, and we didn't get a chance to tell John in advance because he showed up clutch for us. But we're drinking
appreciate
Peroni, Italian beer Peroni. Pierce, what are you drinking? Water?
Soylent.
Soylent again?
You and Soylent Green, dude.
I drink these every day.
Man. Why do you drink people? I was discussing cannibalism.
Real food?
With my friends.
Okay, cool.
I kind of balance it out.
David, did you actually get it?
Get what?
The drink of the week.
Oh, yeah, I told you I did, dumbass.
Let's see that.
Is it still on
There you
TV?
go.
What is the camera?
Peroni.
What is the camera?
All right, so we're drinking Peroni. What about you there, John?
I got a Jaeger and Coke. 'Cause that's my favorite drink.
Nice.
Jaeger and Coke.
I mean, I don't.
It's really
drink-
sweet, isn't it?
It is. It's like a black licorice Coke. It has like 3 shots of Jaeger and then
Okay,
some Coke.
yes, it works.
But it's delicious. So
I might join you in some Jaeger in a little bit.
Josh, did you already start drinking this?
Yeah, I poured it. I got it.
I
in
thought we were gonna like.
Well, I
crack
got.
it open, be like,
It was
let's try
before.
it together.
It was before the show. This is one of my favorite drinks, so I've tried it before. You've never tried Peroni? Yeah.
I don't. I might have been too drunk.
It's kind of got like a Heineken taste to it. I've never tried.
it's a
I've never
lager.
tried it out of the can though. All right.
that was a good reaction.
It's all right.
All right, so I do have a cheers for you guys. Oh wait, let's first. I know, John, we didn't ask you in the beginning, but sometimes we like to ask our guests if they have a cheers that they do with friends and family, whatever. Do you have a cheers that you typically do? A toast, I should say.
Not really. No. We just cheers saying cheers. That's all.
All
we
right.
ever cheers.
Drink up,
Perfect.
buggers.
I do have one for you guys. Just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called garbage can, not garbage cannot.
Oh wow!
Cheers,
I
everybody.
like that.
That really. I feel attacked in a good way.
That
Cheers.
speaks to you, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right,
Made
so
me feel good about myself. Thanks, buddy.
let's start off the show getting to know our guest with the segment we call Wait a Minute. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. I'm going to ask you quick fire questions. If you want to pass, you could pass on some. But
All right.
they're pretty fine. Let's see if we can make it through all of them. That's what
It's like,
I'll
is
do
your
my
name
best.
John? Pass.
Well, my name's not actually John, so that's a lie.
Ah, shit.
Oh.
All
So,
right.
I mean, there's that.
What's
It's a
your
mystery. My actual name is the letter J. I just have one letter in my name, and it's just J. I go by John because it's easier, but my
Okay.
full name is just J.
Wait, so like J.
It's interesting.
It's just the letter.
That's pretty
Just
badass.
the letter. Yeah,
Why
and
do you-
my middle name is letter N.
You're lying to me right now.
I am not lying to you.
Can you
As-
show us most of your
is there paperwork?
driver's? Can you show us most of your driver's license without showing us?
If you want me to go get it, I can. But
No,
it's not
no,
on
never
me,
mind,
like,
never mind. I believe
legitly.
you. I believe
That's
you.
badass.
I actually knew somebody whose first name was P.
Yeah. It's
Just the
a
letter,
Southern
just the
thing.
letter P.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm the third, so my dad has the same, and my son has the same name
no
too.
way! No way!
Dude,
Yeah,
that's cool.
My youngest son is J in the fourth, so
JN.
and we call him Jack because it's
Because it could stand for whatever you want.
Yeah, it could be anything.
That's perfect.
And if
My
he- and
name
if he
could
gets
have
out of
just
line,
been
he's a
Jay,
jackass.
and then I could just be like, yeah, my name's Josh.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, you guys are onto something.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
His name could have been P.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
All right.
Together you're JP. I
Wow.
don't know.
You ready to get through this? Josh?
Let's do
Or
this.
J-
Let's do this.
JN.
You can call me whatever you want. I don't care.
All right, here we go. This is fitting. Did you have a nickname growing up?
I did. I had lots of them. I had Jay, and John, Johnny, and John.
Okay, perfect.
Joe
one-
John, your name?
If you
Joe
had
John?
one food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Chicken Alfredo.
Okay. What were you like in high school?
Was a stuck-up asshole.
Really? Do you love The Office? What was stuck up your asshole? Wait,
Too
hold
many
on. I
things
heard
to
that.
note.
I heard that wrong. Do you love The Office?
I've only ever seen 2 episodes.
Oh, what? You're missing out.
I know.
Hidden
Two
talent.
episodes.
You have
Parks
hidden
and Rec kind
talent?
of guy.
Hidden talent. No, all my talents are in the open.
What job would you be absolutely terrible at?
Anything that involves talking to people all the time.
Oh, okay.
Not-
I was like, you're doing that now. You're not good at that?
Like, okay, a salesperson. There you go. I'll clarify.
Okay.
Being a salesperson.
Pineapples on pizza, yes or no?
Hell no.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, JN. He's on my side.
Worst job you ever had?
Telemarketing for Sprint.
Oh, talking to
Ah.
people. Okay, that's our minute. I think you made it through pretty well. Are there any things I know? There's always things we ask them after the fact. Ramen. What's your favorite flavor of top ramen?
Just the chicken flavor.
Android
It's
or
always-
iPhone?
Chicken.
I have an Android,
Haha.
Nice.
but I have an iPad to draw on. So
There you go. There you
iPad
go.
Pros are awesome to draw with.
Welcome to the club. We're actually going to talk about Apple in a little bit, but first,
Are we going to get any money by talking about him?
no, we're not. Maybe we'll get something for free though, or maybe
Just
I will.
Rip their fucking shit.
So I know we talked about the Pinocchio movie. There's going to be 2. There's going to be
Pinocchio?
one through Disney that's a live action, and then one through another company I forgot. But anyway, this Disney one is they just announced that Tom Hanks is going to be Geppetto.
Wow.
Oh yes.
Is it
Yeah,
live
see
action
that.
like the Lion King's live action?
Yes, yes. So live action and Aladdin is like that, or Lion King, Aladdin. What else did they do? Dumbo, that's coming out this year.
Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella.
Yeah. Wait, Cinderella.
Yeah, Cinderella was one of the first ones back by Tim Burton like 5 years ago. It made $1 billion.
Whoa.
What?
We're talking about Alice in Wonderland.
Wait, yes, I am. I'm
Okay.
done.
But they
No,
just
you're good.
No,
I was
they
just
did.
like, what?
No, they did. They did
How did
Cinderella.
I miss
didn't
this?
They did Cinderella.
She is blonde, and she wears blue.
Close enough, right? Now,
Yeah, one
I
of
have to
those
look,
girls.
now I have to look it up.
That one got
All
me. I
right,
thought there was a Cinderella that I missed.
Speaking of puppets, the Muppets, Kermit, Pepe, and Miss Piggy and Beaker were all on Drop the Mic. Have you guys heard of that show, Drop the Mic
Yeah.
on TNT? Did you watch that, Pierce?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I didn't even know
So-
it was a thing.
Drop the Mic is a
2015 Cinderella Disney right here.
what the f?
Yep. They made one in 2015
And it did that well, and we've never heard
with
of it.
Lily James as Cinderella and Kate Blanchett as the stepmother.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yep.
David, don't you like love Tim Burton stuff?
Mandela
That wasn't
effects,
Tim
where
Burton. Alice
things-
one was Tim Burton. I got that
Oh,
wrong. But
okay,
it came out in
okay.
2015 for sure.
How did I never?
Yeah,
I never
how did we
heard
miss
of
this,
this.
dude?
I'm looking at screenshots right now, and none of. Oh. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
And that was it done by Disney?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was. It sure
It was a
was.
Fuck.
Disney
Disney
Cinderella.
Cinderella. Dang.
Yo,
Who-
did it?
Yeah,
Okay, anybody else tripping out right now? Like, our
Yeah.
viewers, like, did you guys hear
Are
about
you-
this and not tell us?
Are you thinking that this is one of those Mandela effects?
Kinda. Like, what the fuck happened?
Like, what world did I miss this? Man, I must have been
Yeah.
sleeping for all of 2015. What the fuck was I doing? Oh, I was pretty drunk in 2015.
Yeah, so was I. But
We
I
all.
mean, there was a great movie that came out in 2015, so it should.
Dude, yeah. So look, Kenrick says Cinderella, mind blown. They fucking don't.
They don't know?
either. No.
Should I
Maybe
pull up
Disney
a
didn't even
picture?
come out with this. They're like, oh yeah, totally.
What year was it?
It's. I mean, I looked at 2015. I looked it up on IMDb. It's there.
It's real.
It's real. Yeah.
It's real.
What fucking parallel universe did we fucking miss this shit, dude?
Was it any good?
Yeah. There it is, right there. Yeah. I never saw it.
Well, you said it made a lot of money though, right?
I thought it did. I'm looking right now to see if it made money or not.
Dude,
I'm really weird.
I'm really freaking out about this right now, man. Like,
It made $543 million at the box office.
that's
most
pretty
of it
good.
in China, probably.
Yeah, 200 million domestic and 342 million foreign.
I don't remember
Okay.
this ever coming
Oh,
out.
no.
But it looks
Yeah, there you
familiar.
It does not look familiar to me at all.
See, I
Josh,
I
did you
know
stub your
I know
toe?
my Disney. I know my Disney.
Wow.
Was it Tim
What are you
Burton
doing?
though? Or okay.
No,
No,
Tim Burton was
it
elsewhere.
wasn't.
Okay.
Where were you?
No.
There Pierce goes again, asking shit we already covered.
I was
He's
looking
like,
it
wait,
up.
Cinderella came out?
Wait, who's gonna play Geppetto?
You know who I like? Tom Hanks. Funny guy.
He's a good guy.
All right. I'm glad you mentioned Disney because I have tons of stuff to talk about on the note of Disney. But anyway, Muppets were on Drop the Mic. It was fucking hilarious. Kermit could not be mean, so the whole time he was just dropping a bunch of compliments in form of rap.
Wait,
and then
what is this?
you Drop the Mic on TNT. I think it's on TNT. I watched it on TNT. I think they moved networks, but it's a show called Drop the Mic where they rap, and it's normally like battle raps, and it had Kermit and Pepe versus Miss Piggy and Beaker.
Oh,
You know-
jeez.
So it's usually like celebrities.
Yeah, that's big. Yeah, so it was actually pretty funny, man. And then Kermit was just like, "I'm sure you're all gonna do great." Like he kept just saying shit, like complimenting them. It was pretty funny.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Muppets are also coming back, so they're gonna have a TV show.
Didn't they have one where it's kind of like adult, like a? It was on NBC a couple years ago.
Muppets Tonight. Yeah, they're doing it again though. Somebody's doing that? Somebody's steering that though.
Josh Gad.
That's who it
Oh.
is. Josh Gad. Yeah.
Yeah, so Josh Gad's gonna be heading up writing on it. So that's. I mean, we talked about Josh Gad, I think, on the last episode. He does the voice of Olaf from Frozen, and
Oh
he's
yeah,
in,
that guy.
he was in the live action Beauty and the Beast. He
Yep.
plays
LeFaux.
That's right.
LaFau?
So they are
Watch
coming
t-shirt?
back, but they're coming back to Disney Plus. You guys know what Disney Plus is?
No
Never
streaming
fucking heard of
service.
A streaming service.
It's what killed the Netflix Marvel shows.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
I don't know how
So-
that's gonna turn out. Like, do you think people will be getting like multiple subscriptions to
Do
like.
you think people are sick and tired of
Dude,
Disney and paying them up the wazoo?
So
for shit?
much to talk about on this, but no, they're not. They're not going to drop Disney. You already know that they're not going to. Everyone gets.
No.
I mean, you think we're going to stop watching fucking Marvel stuff? We're going to stop watching Star Wars stuff?
I mean,
They're going to make.
Disney's already making enough money as it is. Does it really need a fucking streaming service? No.
They're actually using the streaming service to focus more on revenue to upgrade the parks. So with this,
are they
service,
that bad condition? Is there not people going to the
well,
park?
dude, they
enough
just
to
built
where-
they just built a Star Wars land. Did you see that? You could even
Yeah.
drink there in Disneyland. It's the first place you could drink at in Disneyland.
Wow.
Not counting California Adventure.
Like, is it like a cantina?
Yeah, they have
Oh,
the
that's
cantina.
cool.
They have
But then
a Millennium Falcon
Oh,
there too.
right.
They
That's
didn't they
the
like
next trip.
increase the annual pass holders, right?
The price?
Yeah, they increased it
Well, it's got a brand new
again.
I don't know. It's so
Man.
expensive.
got a brand new
Yeah,
land
it's-
to go to.
Man.
Anyway, before we move on, the new Muppet Show is set to take place after 1980's Muppets Take Manhattan. If you guys watched that film a long time ago,
It's a good movie.
Kermit disbands the group, and then they get brought together after Rolf, the the dog, disappears. And it's currently titled "The Muppets Live Another Day." So
Interesting.
We live to buy another day. We live to buy another day.
oh man, Pierce, name that movie.
Waterboy.
Oh shit!
Quick,
dude.
that was quick too.
Mm-hmm.
What about Home and We Make It? Same guy.
What did you say?
Home and We
Oh,
Make It.
wait, make it.
See Homo's naked? No, Home and Where You Make It. You know that's from? Nobody? Come on, John,
No,
Joe Dirt.
I recognize it. I can't place it though.
David,
That's a Joe Dirt, no?
Joe Dirt. Yep. Joe
Oh,
Dirt. Got
I
it.
like that movie.
It was funny.
I like the meteorite that he captures and names.
That's not a meteorite.
I know.
Great big ball of poopy. All right. So, speaking of the Disney streaming service, they announced that Captain Marvel will not be on Netflix. We were just talking about this. It's announced that Captain Marvel will be the first one, and the rest of the movies coming out this year will not be put on Netflix, and they will be put onto their Disney Plus streaming service.
So enjoy the Marvel movies while they're on Netflix now.
Yeah, they're going to be off at the end of the year probably because their Netflix's licenses run out.
That was a good run.
Yeah. So they say that the decision to keep Marvel and all other 2019 movies off of Netflix will cut the company's operating income of the year by about $150 million. So they're basically just taking a stab
Dang.
directly at Netflix.
Do you think that's why they raise their prices
Yeah.
in anticipation?
And we're not, I mean, I don't really see us having a what's new on Netflix and Hulu very much longer.
What's new on Disney Plus?
So after Captain Marvel, Disney will debut Toy Story 4, Lion King, and Avengers Endgame, which will be one of the biggest freaking...
When is that out?
This year.
Endgame? Yeah, that's this year.
April?
April 26th.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
It's coming up soon.
Yeah, man.
I do wonder though, if you watch just the Avengers movies, like the 4 of them, will it make sense without watching everything else in between?
Probably.
I don't know, because I just watched Ant-Man. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I mean.
Yeah.
And I was like, you have to watch that after Infinity War, because after, like, I was watching it, and then all of a sudden, I guess you could watch it beforehand, but at the very end, spoiler alert, by the way, at the very end of the movie, there's the
Spoiler
after
country.
there's the after credits, what's it called, little, snipet,
Yeah, this
And-
is after.
and at the end, like, everyone goes to dust, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, I fucking seriously, like, jumped up, because I just wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't even that, I wasn't even that into the movie, but as soon as I saw that, it freaking got my heart fucking
I really
pumping.
liked when he's talking about, like, the ghost, the Baba Yaga, and she appears and he freaks out.
Right.
It's fucking hilarious, dude. He's like, Baba Yaga! He's just the fuck out.
I like the first Ant-Man. I didn't see the Ant-Man and Wasp one yet.
It's good.
actually
It's
really
on.
good,
It's
dude.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
I like the second one because the second one doesn't really have a bad guy, right? Like Ghost isn't really a bad guy, but there's
Yeah.
a conflict they're trying to fix, and I like the way it played out.
Yeah, I like that because you're right. It shows it from different perspectives, where everyone in their own mind is doing something good. Like,
Right.
She's just trying to survive, but
Yeah.
she also didn't care about killing somebody
I mean,
else.
Right, exactly. That's kind of bad, but in the end, they were just trying to survive and not die themselves. But
Yeah.
she could have been nicer about it.
So I mean, what are we gonna do with all these streaming services?
I don't know.
I don't even.
I feel like they
Make
gotta
our own.
like bundle it together somehow.
You know,
It's
there's
gonna be just
these
like
cable
cable.
companies that used to bundle stuff together.
I know.
Wait, what?
That's what I'm thinking. Is eventually they're gonna bundle it together because it's weird having all these different ones and then you like how much you're gonna be paying for all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, are you gonna like watch? Of all these streaming services, which one do you watch the most? Is it worth it to have all these fucking things that like?
Yeah. What are other people that have streaming services? HP.
Oh, I'm glad you brought it up. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it. Apple just announced that they're creating their own streaming service.
What the fuck are they gonna stream?
Not joining that one.
I feel like it's gonna be hard to compete
right
with
at the
Netflix
start of
and Hulu.
2019, Samsung confirmed that they will be supporting Apple iTunes. And Sony,
Oh.
LG, and Vizio also said that they were going to support Apple iTunes. The TV brand VLC is adding AirPlay, so you could AirPlay your Apple phone onto their TVs. So yeah, I mean they have a bunch of people backing them, and they plan to spend $4.2 billion in original programming by 2022. So they're putting a bunch of money into
Original programming?
original programming.
Okay.
Dang, everyone's trying to get a piece of that.
I'm telling you.
I wonder who's gonna win out. I feel like Netflix and Hulu, they already have so many people on board though.
Well, Hulu's probably going to go and merge with Disney Plus eventually because Disney owns most of it as
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
And Netflix won't go away, but they'll probably go down because Netflix is a giant. But the rest of them is like, I mean, there's Amazon Prime stuff out there. It's all exclusive, but I mean, most people don't watch any of it, even though they have Prime.
No,
Yeah.
I watched one thing on Amazon, and that's it.
So Netflix,
watched
you
The
guys
Tick.
think is gonna come out on top?
I think Disney will be on
Netflix-
top because
the
it's
problem
Disney.
the problem with Netflix is Netflix does not have their own production company. They always partner with other production companies, so they don't even own half the shit that they do.
Right.
They need to get on
Or
that,
they
man,
don't.
otherwise
I guess
they're
they don't
gonna die.
100% own it. So yeah, their Netflix originals are always partnered with other people.
Well, and
But,
Disney owns so much of entertainment right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's what that's the thing that kind of stresses me out is because everybody says there's too much TV, but I swear, man, I'm spending all day fucking looking for something to watch. Like
Same.
I always end up watching the same exact thing. My thing's The Office, though, so if you're looking for something, watch The Office. It's a good show.
My thing's Parks and Rec. So if you love watching Parks and Rec, talk to me about it.
I won't tell you what
so-
show I watch every night because it's embarrassing. So.
No, I mean, come on.
Well, now you have to say it.
You brought it up.
My wife and I watch Charmed every night, not the new one, the old one with Alyssa Milano.
You
Like
are
every night.
the sun, I am the air.
Please don't.
I don't really remember that song very much. I mean, that show very much. I remember the song.
It's not good. It's just something we've watched at like bedtime. So we end up watching like 4 episodes every night when we go to sleep. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what we do. I mean, we'll just put The Office on and just let it run. Actually, lately though, I've been putting on every Simpsons ever on FX Now, on the FX Now app, and just watching every Simpsons. What?
I thought that FX Now, like you can go back and watch TV shows that they had on.
You
their-
can for the most part. Like you can't get shows like the Mayans and shit, but
No, because I was trying to look at. I want to rewatch the show Taboo with Tom Hardy, but
Okay.
it's not on the FX app. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Write him a letter.
I should tweet him. Be like, yo, I need
Tweets
my
work well.
fix. I need my fix, bro. I'm kind of disappointed. I don't even know if they're gonna do a season 2 because they left that on a hanger, and I'm like, what?
I don't know. It's been a while, hasn't it?
I think that show came out in 2015. I think.
Yeah, it's been too long. So Apple has announced that they signed up Bob's Burgers creator and Kristen Bell, Josh Gad. He's in another fucking thing.
It's
in a
everywhere.
TV show. So they're gonna have an original with the creator of Bob's Burgers. Their budget, though, what did I say? $4.2 billion is smaller than Netflix that spends $6.8 billion, and Amazon spends $8.3 billion on original
Holy shit.
content.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's nowhere near what those fucking giants are spending.
So Amazon
Same
spends that
money.
much, but they don't really have that many good shows.
Yeah.
Wow, they're
They
doing
have a lot of
something
good
wrong.
shows. Nobody knows about them though. Nobody's gonna like. I don't
The
know.
only one I was interested in was The Man in the High Castle, which is a book written by Philip K. Dick.
Something about
Yeah.
the way Netflix advertises their new shows. Like I'm more likely to click them. I think it's because when I go on Amazon, I'm like looking for stuff to like order. I'm not actually looking for something to watch.
Right. I use the Fire Stick TVs. And even then, the Amazon shows always they don't advertise it well. Like they'll have like something at the top, but I just go to Netflix and ignore it. Like 90% of the time.
So this is a selling point you guys might buy on. Let's see here. Apple is reported to planning on offering movies 2 to 3 weeks after their cinematic release. So a movie was out for 2 to 3 weeks, and then
they're
Apple
still in theaters then?
Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks after they released.
Can they? Is that legal? Can they do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, and they're saying that they're going to threaten cinema chains by doing that because 2 to 3 weeks later, if you don't watch it in theaters, you could watch it at home.
Apple is doing this?
Yeah.
What fucking Nazis, really?
They're stealing customers
movie
from everybody.
theaters are going to be gone.
Yeah.
HBO used to do that sometimes too with some movies. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, HBO did that.
That's how
There's been a real. Have you noticed how quick the turnover has been though? With movies
so
like
fast.
Black Panther, like immediately was on fucking Netflix.
It's like 3 months.
It barely makes its run in theaters for what? Maybe a month and a half, depending on how well it does, and then a month after that, it's like, hey, here it is on VHS. Fuck me. Shit. If you're wondering how old.
Yeah, you're a little dated there, David.
Sorry.
I remember
like you guys on my Walkman, so
As a kid, it'd be like you watch a movie in theaters and it come out on VHS. Like a year and a half later.
Almost, right?
Aladdin was like an 18-month wait to get it on VHS. I know because I had a buddy who had a dad in the Philippines. We bootlegged it.
Oh shit! Is it you like to watch the movie Aladdin?
Pretty much.
We used to, Pierce. Remember we used to get those
the discs.
What was I gonna say?
The DVDs.
We used to get like bootlegs.
Yeah, no, but we used to get before we got the bootlegs, like at the Walmart by the person who doesn't really speak much English. We would get ones that were used for like Grammys and shit. Is it Grammys?
Screener copies.
Yeah.
Yes, those. We would get those all the time. We had a friend. I don't remember. It was like one of our mom's friends who would get it sent to them, and they would just.
They had video games too, right?
Yeah, we had all kinds of shit that was
cool.
used. Yeah,
we got it like legal.
Wow. Yeah, we got it like I think the most recent one we got. This tells you how long ago it was. It was Lilo and Stitch. I think was the last one we got. That's how long it's been. But yeah, Apple's just stealing customers.
Nuts, dude.
Stealing customers from everybody.
If they're, I don't know, man. I mean, is it more worth it for it to make a movie and have it out in theaters where you can try and make money, or just have it just go straight to the streaming service?
It depends on how many people watch it, I guess, on the streaming service. It's got to be like they have to get revenue off of streams. Like the Eagles are the #1 selling album because of fucking Spotify and shit.
It's an alright album.
Just saying.
This
is the future, David.
I'm still excited for fucking Martin Scorsese's movie, The Irishman.
Yeah, you talked about it like is there an update on it? Or are you just gonna
I haven't even looked. I'm just going to keep plugging it in until it shows up because I'm fucking excited for it, dude.
All right, well, speaking of these, I have something to talk about. Banksy. You guys know who Banksy is?
Mm-hmm.
The artist, yeah.
Pierce, I sent an image to you here. He painted a mural in the Bataclan Theater in Paris. It's because of that terrorist attack in 2015. You guys remember that?
Which one?
The one in Paris?
Yeah. That one. All right. Anyway,
what happened?
And Islamic State militants, several Islamic State militants,
ISIS
killed 90 concert goers.
Holy shit! Wait, the Ariana Grande one?
Dozens more across the city. I don't think that. No, that wasn't 2015, dude. Ariana Grande was like last year or the year before. Pierce, there's the image right there. So that was stolen.
The mural was stolen.
The mural was stolen. He painted it on a door.
Oh, okay.
And it was stolen by
door.
thieves in a van.
Thieves in a van. That sounds like a cool band name. I'm just saying.
But yeah, they still haven't found it. This is actually the second time it's happened. There was another thing that was stolen of his, and it was actually auctioned off. And then they had to stop the auction when they realized what it was, and they could collect the stolen property.
I like when he put his.
That's crazy.
One of the things that they auction off, and it just shredded itself.
The self-shredding thing.
That was great.
That was
cool.
great.
It's like fuck you.
All right. Speaking of thieves in a van, David, you might be fine with this one.
Thieves in a van.
In Las Vegas, you could actually participate in running away from the cops.
Is this like running of the bulls? I get it, running of the bulls.
It's called Police
Anybody?
Chase Las Vegas, and participants will have the chance to play the role of a police officer or a person running from the police. So you get a real feel of what it's like to be in the situation. So you hop in the car, someone hops in the car behind you, they turn the lights, sirens, all that stuff on, and you fucking run away from the cops, or you are the cop and you chase them down.
Where the fuck is this going to be? Like in the city?
It's
like,
it's on a speedway. Let's see. I know I have the name in here
Is this
somewhere.
like a parkour thing?
No,
Yeah, but
you're in
with
a
cars.
car. You're in cars.
Oh.
Parkour. Yeah.
I thought you were like in the cop car.
No. Oh, you mean like you bust out of the
Yeah,
car
I
and run
thought it was
away?
gonna be
No,
like
no,
that.
no. You're running away in a vehicle.
Driving away.
Interesting.
Vehicle, you don't run. in a
Yeah.
vehicle.
That doesn't
Well, you
sound
can
safe.
run from the cops in a car, David.
Well, can I hire people to hold the sign that says "Go Juice" as I'm running away from the cops?
I'm sure you can.
I'll just get a glove and be like, "It doesn't fit." So
That costs
So,
extra. Right.
There's almost 1 million square feet of asphalt that is unobstructed. They also have areas in it that's like water barriers that are meant to impede your speed. But here's a downside. There's dual controls, which means there's a retired police officer next to you who could take control of the vehicle if they need to.
wait, so the retired cop is going to be with me while I'm running away from the cops?
Yeah,
That
you got
doesn't
it.
make any sense. That's not even
So
believable.
is it like a training
not
exercise
realism
for
right
the
there.
police
No.
officers?
Give me a
What'd
retired.
you say,
fucking
Pierce?
Is it like a
you know?
training exercise?
An ex-con to sit next to me and don't we drive?
He's like, dude, just
If
keep
he's
going.
an-
Just keep
if he's
going.
an ex-con, then that means he would have gotten caught. Do you want him in your driver's seat or passenger?
Yeah, he would know exactly what to do and where to go.
He would know what not to do because he got caught already.
He's like, man, I did that. Nuh-uh.
No, don't go that way, man.
Don't
That's
go
a
that
bad
way.
idea.
It's a trap. What were you saying, Pierce?
I don't know.
That'd be funny if it was just like one of those scams, you know, where they like say you got a free boat. Oh, sweet, I'm getting a boat. Remember, you know, and then you like show up and run from the cops, and then they run your ID and they fucking arrest you. Yeah, that seems pretty cool though. You have to go through some classroom time. They also have an area where you learn hit maneuver also.
Oh,
That'd be
Yeah.
cool. That
Yeah, I
would
don't know. I mean, something to do out in Vegas, run from some cops, not get in trouble for it, right?
mm,
I mean, they have a place that you can drive. You can drive a tank, so might as well run from cops too.
They have a place you could drive a tank?
Hell yeah, they have like
Why
this
are
where
we
you can
talking
shoot like
about
all these massive guns. I was there for my 10th anniversary a couple years ago, and down on the strip, like a little up the north of it, there's this area you can go to like do like this like zombie shootout thing, and you can also go like shoot all these big guns, and then you can go out into the desert and drive like a tank and shoot bazookas and shit too.
Holy shit.
dude, I know what
I
I'm
used to
doing.
live there and I didn't know that.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
You need to get out
Hidden
more.
gem. Damn,
Crazy. You can do
That's
anything in
fucking
Vegas.
Yeah, jeez.
this is cool, except for the heat.
This is true.
Ugh.
We went in February. It was fine.
My blood is much too thick for Nevada.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about some reboots, remakes, and sequels. I recently was watching on Hulu. What is it called? Space Jam. I showed Coralie Space Jam. We were watching it together. You guys remember that movie?
I
Oh,
do.
hell yeah.
I never
Their
saw it, but I'm
website's still
aware of
up.
You never saw it?
it.
Did
Hey,
you
you know
know
that
that?
Evan's Gate website is still up too?
Their website's still up.
Their website's still up. I can pull that up.
What is it?
What?
What is their
Hey,
website?
Hey, after
Their
you do that,
original
can you pull-
Space Jam
Heaven's
website
Gate?
is up.
What the hell?
The fuck? Okay, now look up Heaven's Gate.
What the hell's Heaven's Gate?
That fucking cult. Remember when those
is
people
their
killed
website.
themselves?
What do you do on that?
That is nuts.
Are there games?
I don't know. There's the site map, the
It's up.
souvenirs.
I wonder
if you
how
could still
long
buy
they
stuff.
had that. I wonder how long they had the domain name. Do you remember the
Since it
candy?
freaking-
Do you remember the Michael's secret stuff? The candy that we used to have? It came in the little squirt bottle.
Crap.
It's a blue
Yeah.
powder. candy.
Yeah.
I looked that up the other day. Someone's selling
That
it
was pretty
like,
good.
unopened. Yeah, someone's selling an unopened one.
I remember
For
that
how
being
much?
pretty tasty. It was
Probably too
sour,
much.
right?
Yeah, way too much. Yeah, I remember it being sour. It was just a powder. Anyway,
You'd mix it
the
with
reason
water,
why I
though.
bring this up, they are remaking Space Jam. What do you think about that?
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Why?
Uh,
Why?
Because LeBron James moved over to California, so he will be in movies. That's his main reason to go over there, is to be a movie star. So now that he's there, he wants to get that going. So it's gonna involve him
Hopefully it's
and
good.
Bugs
can't be
Bunny
like
and the
MJ.
rest of the Toon Squad, and they're gonna reboot Space Jam. It will be produced by Ryan Coogler. You know who Ryan Coogler is?
Yep.
The director of Black Panther, Creed.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it's a pretty big name to sign on to it.
All right.
But
be good.
I mean,
I'll give home make another shot. I'll give it another shot.
there it is. So what do you guys think about that? I don't know. I mean, I think maybe they'd have to involve some of the old stuff. Pull Bill Murray back in, and
They need to bring in
Michael Jordan.
That one
Yeah, pull Jordan back
chubby
in.
guy that's also in Jurassic Park. I
Oh,
forget his
Wayne
name.
Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wayne Knight. Yeah. Yeah, bring them back in. Make him and Michael Jordan have a face-off or something. You know.
Well, don't make it a reboot. Just make it a continuation, right? They don't
That's
need
what I
to
was
reboot
thinking.
it.
Yeah.
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 Like,
They don't need to reboot it.
Make it the next chapter of the same freaking thing with LeBron James instead of Michael Jordan.
That's what.
I'm so sick of reboots and shit. Just make it to where it's like telling more of the story in the same world.
Yeah, but
you
usually
can do that.
sequels really suck.
That's
Well, that doesn't have to be a sequel. Just be another story, and I mean, they don't have to touch anything about the first one. Just don't call it a reboot.
Well, see,
In
the
same
thing
universe is what
you
he's
can't call
Oh, I
it
see.
Space Jam. You can't call it Space Jam if it has nothing to do with like aliens from space,
Space
though,
or
right?
jam.
Right.
Right.
Hey, David, what's the difference between peanut butter and jam? Never mind. I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you that punchline.
Oh, that is a very dirty punchline, by the way.
Oh, you know that one?
I do know that one.
I don't think your mother fans will know that one.
Yeah, I watched that. That was my before Charmed. That was our nighttime show. Was How I Met
Really?
Your Mother.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good, that's a good show. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I want to talk about a dumb person in the news real quick. I gave Pierce a video for this. You guys go ahead and tell me if you know what this animal is that Pierce is about to show.
Animal.
George says great joke, by the way. He knows it.
That's well, no, it's not. What the fuck is that?
What do you guys think?
Like a little baby octopus, kind of, but
Is that a blue ring?
It is a blue-ringed octopus.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the blue-ringed octopus. So that
Why-
was
why is it so
Can you
unaware,
not handle those?
that was an unaware tourist, and I believe it was Australia, who
Of
was
course.
holding a blue-ringed octopus, right? Well, that has enough venom to kill more than a dozen people.
Oh, Jesus.
so that person's dead.
No. That person was fucking stupid as shit
They
and
would
just
have to
holding it
be-
in his hand.
Yeah.
It has venom more powerful than cyanide.
You would have seen him falling
Holy
down
shit.
and all that if he died.
Yeah.
It was it was like the spirit of fucking Steve Irwin, like, you're right, mate, you're right, I got you, I got you. Not gonna hurt you. You beauty, look at the blue
Apparently,
ring.
like a lot of tourists in Australia just go and do stupid stuff without realizing how dangerous like the natural life is there.
How
Yeah.
dangerous Australia as a continent just
Yeah.
is in general. Like
Everything
fuck,
wants
dude.
to kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, over here, what the fucking most dangerous things we have are like raccoons, right? I mean, we don't
Right.
have any.
Coons.
Raccoons. Raccoons.
So the blue ring octopus delivers a tiny, sometimes painless bite. So they don't even fucking know that they're bit half the
So
time
that person could
until
be
they
fucking
start
dead.
until they start feeling the symptoms, which is numbness, paralysis, and ultimately respiratory failure, and you
Nice.
fucking die.
That's pretty badass.
Another interesting thing about
Paralysis,
this
crazy.
is that there is no anti-venom for this because
You
it's
could
so
just
rare.
die.
There's nothing they can do about it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if you're an idiot and hold the fucking blue ring octopus, you're probably gonna die.
Can you extract this venom from this blue ring octopus and maybe
Fucking-
give it to someone?
Fucking David.
That'd be a cool way to go. Like, hey, good luck. There's no anti-venom. You're gonna die.
So stay away from
Make
you
some
guys.
poison darts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just like you thinking like, how can I weaponize this?
you know, it's funny, John. Most girls get that feeling immediatly.
Nah. No.
Yeah. What can I
Your
say?
first thing is how can I kill someone with this? It's like, I'll back up.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Netflix and Hulu before they both go out of business. There's something new on Netflix that I watched called. Were you about to spit that out? I wasn't looking at you.
Yeah.
Dang it. There's a series called Russian Doll on Netflix. Have you guys heard of that?
No.
I have.
Shit.
I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen the trailer for it.
I think I saw a trailer for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fucking good. Russian Doll, as you guys know,
Those little boop. They keep popping inside. There's another one.
exactly. So I watched it because I saw the trailer and it was kind of on brand with what day it was because it was fucking Groundhog Day when I saw it, and it basically is her dying a bunch and starting the day over.
Boring.
Kind of all our Groundhog Day. It was actually pretty good though. It has Natasha Lyonne. You guys know who she is?
Yeah, she's great. She was in the Slums of Beverly Hills and in Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah, Orange is the New Black, and I think American Pie. That's like the first time I've seen her. She's got that raspy voice, David. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
She's cool.
Anyway, yeah, it was a pretty good movie. I'd say give it a shot. Did you guys see the other one called Velvet Buzzsaw?
That sounds cool.
Also a new movie that I watched.
What is that?
That one was pretty fucking stupid.
Really? It's a cool name though, Velvet Buzzsaw.
It had Jake Gyllenhaal in it, and he was a art critic, I believe.
I watched the trailer for that one. It looked really weird.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. There was like this guy who died, and his paintings were possessed, right? And they ended up like killing people. It was just like art killing people, basically.
What the fuck?
Interesting.
Don't watch it. I don't remember why I typed this into my notes.
Yeah.
George says saw it. It's okay. So yeah. I mean, if you're bored enough, you can watch it. But
if you're high enough, just watch it.
I would say watch Russian Doll. It's actually, I think it's a lot funnier than you think, and it's pretty good. The problem is it's a series though, and I think I could fit that into a movie, but I don't know if I could watch a whole series on it. You know what I mean? It gets kind of boring seeing them repeat the same shit over and over.
To me, that's like one of my biggest fears is that repetition. Just like if you like had to relive the same event or moment in your life over and over again, like whenever we did, the outcome would always be the same. You know? I'm fucking terrified of that idea, dude. I can't watch movies like that.
Well, see, this is cool though because it's like Groundhog's Day, but she keeps dying.
Yeah, I'm cool with the death part. I just don't like having to repeat the same shit over and over again, dude.
I did this yesterday. I don't want to die. God, do it again.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, let's talk about what's new on Hulu. This is not anything that's new to you guys, but Wedding Crashers just got added to Hulu. And
yeah!
I showed Ricky Wedding Crashers for the first time.
Wait, how old is she? And she never seen Wedding Crashers?
15? 23. Yeah, no, almost 23. She's 22.
She's 22?
I know that because... Oh, wait, never mind. I'll talk about it later. You know what I just got done showing her, by the way? Old School. She's never seen that either.
Dude, that's a good movie.
It's a fucking great movie.
It's a great movie.
You know, like older. Like, I don't like this idea like, oh, she hasn't seen this one. She hasn't seen... What? Dude, that's fucking mind-blowing.
No, it's perfect because you could show them for the first time and just watch them. The thing that sucks about that, though, I'm like, hey, watch this for the first time, and they don't like it. Doesn't it kind of just bum you out?
That would bum me out, man. It'd be like relationship.
No, like no, it was. Let me rewind it. This is why it's funny, and then I explain it, and then you over-explain it, and then it's not funny, and then kind of things that I run into all the time.
Oh, okay. Well, then just find yourself a smart girl, then. Love you, Ricardo.
All right. Well, we have our awesome guest John on here today, and he really came in clutch. I really appreciate that, man. But let's talk about some of your projects. So you have Spoiler Country, which is your podcast. What else you got going on?
How much time you got? Because I had a lot of shit to do.
Or tell us more about your podcast. I don't think you told us much, right?
Yeah.
Did you tell us on air or off air?
I don't remember, honestly. It's been a while. I'll tell it again. I go to a podcast called Spoiler Country with my wife's uncle, Kenrick. He's the guy who runs the Washington State podcasting group on Facebook. We talk about comics, movies, pop culture. We talk to creators, writers, directors, all these fun people about... Mostly, we don't interview them. We just talk to them about whatever they want to talk about. I mean, we brought Ben Templesmith, who does... he was the artist of 30 Days of Night, and we talked about politics for 2 hours with them.
Wow.
Yeah, we brought an Uwe Boll, and we talked about Alex Jones and boxing and politics and school shootings for an hour and a half. So, they go wherever they want to go. And we talk about comics, we talk about creating comics. I write and draw comics myself, so we do a lot of talking to creators about their process and stuff like that. We've been doing it for about a year and a half. We also do sub-series where we do we have a show on YouTube called Drinks and Comics with Spoiler Country where we make a drink the drink, and talk about a comic. Nice. It's been a lot of fun. It's our first foray into doing video stuff. But we also do Kickstarter student booths where I bring on people who have Kickstarters and we talk about what they're kickstarting, whether it be a comic book or something else, and try and get people to go fund their book or whatever it is.
So tell us a little bit about. I mean, you said go fund their book, but tell us a little bit about Kickstarter. How does that work? So you kind of do a pitch, right?
Yeah. It's like a pitch. It's like a hey, I have this idea. Mostly for comics because I'm a big comic guy. It's like, hey, I have this idea for a comic book. It's either I have it done or I want to work on this book, and it's basically a pre-order system, right? You're saying you pay for the book now, I'll mail it to you when it's done, and you get all these other rewards too, like the book or some artwork or some prints or some enamel pins or whatever, whatever the creator wants to do. And it's like it's a way to help independent people create books or create their product without having to go to a publisher and have to deal with all the editors and publishing stuff where they want to change everything, and it's hard to get in the door,
Yeah. So you draw as well yourself?
I do, yeah, and I have a book on Kickstarter right now too.
What's it called?
What's it called? Yeah, plug it. Let's do it.
So my book's called The Irons Anthology. It's a horror anthology where it's basically I took a 1,000-year time period, created a family tree of 250 different characters. Damn. Then I hired writers and artists to come in with me and write short stories that all take place somewhere on that timeline, somewhere in time. And they wrote about different characters and their interactions with monsters and supernatural elements and the occult. And then we took those stories and we took 10 of them for the first book. And I wrote so there's an overall story that feeds through all 10 stories, and then there's a story that goes around all of them to kind of like explain a bigger narrative. Yeah. And there's going to be 4 books total, and all 4 books together will tell one big story. Each individual book tells one smaller story, and then each story obviously tells a smaller story within that book. And on the first book, which is on Kickstarter right now, which you can find it by just going to Irons Anthology, EYNES Anthology.com/Kickstarter. And it takes 10 stories, tells all this fun stuff. I wrote some of them. Yeah, just go there and just if you change it on the top, just add /Kickstarter, and it'll take you to it.
Irons Anthology.
And we'll include this link on all of our streams also, so you guys can take a look at it.
Yeah, so this is it here. So it's a pretty intense project where it's like it's taken me 2.5 years to get it from original thought to it's ready to be printed. So there's a video there that's pretty cool. You can watch it. It's pretty awesome. Actually, the video has a good voiceover that like tells the background of the world. But it's a cool project because they have all these creators from all over the world, all walks of life, writing stories, drawing stories with me. I wrote 2 stories in this book. I inked a story. I've colored a couple stories, and I drew a story in this book as well. And I've got
how long have you been drawing for?
My whole life. I started drawing when I was like 6 or so.
Oh shit!
I started drawing at the same time I started playing music. So I started playing drums when I was 6. So I started drawing at the same time too.
Damn.
But it's a lot of fun because it's been an intense project because I've lost a lot of sleep. I'm not sleeping much right now because it's going live, and I'm working on print packs. I'm working on all kinds of fun stuff. But what's cool about this project is a lot of times we have anthologies or people working together on books. Like everybody gets paid after the fact. The Kickstarter funds, the creators get paid. I've actually paid everybody in advance. So everybody who worked on this book has already gotten their paycheck. Yeah. The Kickstarter is just to fund the printing of the book. So that's all the risk is on me, and I didn't want the risk to be on these 20 creators, so I put it all on myself. So it's been that for me that makes me feel better because I don't have to like say, oh, if we fund, then I'll pay you. Like, no, you've already been paid, so we're good.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good, man. That's a very admirable thing to do.
Yeah. I thought so. I thought if I was working on a book, what would I want? I'd want to get paid up front.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I mean, it's been a labor of love for sure. I had to hire an editor back in August to help keep me on track because I got to where I was having. I mean, so this is for book 1. Book 2 is already halfway done. Book 3 has been started, and book 4 is in the planning stage. So we're already planned well in advance for this project.
And so, you paid them in advance for how many of these books?
So we have 10 stories in this book. We have 9 stories in book 2 already planned out, and I've got 12 stories sitting that are done with script and working on the art for, and everybody who's worked on those scripts has already been paid. So
wow,
quite a bit.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I'm gonna get that book for sure, man. That sounds fucking interesting.
Thank you. It should be. It should be awesome. We partnered up with Kraken Print, so all the books will be printed here in the U.S. and then mailed out to everybody. So it's gonna be pretty awesome.
Badass.
Yeah.
So I go through Kickstarter.
That's cool, man.
Book, correct?
Yeah, it's good to Kickstarter. You can pledge there. It's whatever. There's lots of rewards. We have you can get just the book, like physical copy. You can get a blank covered book where I'll actually draw a monster on the front for you, like in full color.
Can you sign your name in the book and then send it to me?
I can sign my name in the book. Yep. And then we have if you want to buy a page of art from the book, I've got several pages of artwork that are on the Kickstarter to sell. We've got a print pack with a lot of cool prints from artists from in the book. Drew a special pinup for their story. It's pretty cool. It's been It's been quite the project to get going and get to the phase. I mean, again, it took 2.5 years to get from inception to being able to publish the book.
Wow.
Damn.
That's cool.
All right, once again, we're going to include that link, but for those audio listeners, it's EYNESanthology.com/Kickstarter. That's awesome, though, man. Yeah, that sounds freaking great.
Thank you. I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty proud of this whole project, how it came together.
That's really cool.
Damn, David, do you have any more questions for him? You seem like you're really interested. I'm
interested. I just want to read the.
Can I help? You can ask him if you could help.
I know. I'm definitely gonna check it out after.
Good, man, I'm not that good, dude. I'm not.
Do you draw or do you write?
Both.
Neither.
Neither. Well, I'm always looking
how
for more
about we
people
do
for
this?
future books.
How about
you and I collab
by
and then
the time
just
by
give
the
it to
time
him?
book 4 comes out?
Yeah, we'll have something.
We'll
Josh
read book 1 and we'll do voiceovers and stuff like that for book 1 and we'll do
Nice.
how about that?
I was like,
That's
dude,
how-
if I can come up with a good
We'll just read one short
horror
story.
story, just a horror short story, just send it to you and be like, look, all right, here it is. Throw it in the book.
David, I got a good one for you.
My life. What is it?
I was gonna say your dating life, but
Yeah. Yes. Hey, they're not whores, they're women, all right? Thank you.
What's funny, you mentioned doing voiceovers. We actually had a guy who writes radio plays in England. He wrote a radio play story that we're turning into a radio play to release this audio.
That's
Wow.
badass, man. So
Cool.
we had a project that was like that, but the writer of our radio play didn't finish it. So so we stopped. We squashed it about halfway through. So
That sucks. Yeah, we have the full radio play script. I just have to get to the process of getting the actors hired for it and
hey,
sound
I'll
effects
do
and
it
recording.
pro bono, man.
Yeah, same here.
There you
Let
go.
me know.
Pro bono it is.
I'll record. I'll do
I
a
like it.
voice.
We'll do voices, we don't give a shit.
There you go. I like it. That's a good price too. So
Yeah, don't listen to David's last voiceover karaoke though, because that was
It
not
was terrible, dude. Yeah.
good. You were doing Trump, man, but I swear you sounded like fucking droopy dog.
I don't know. I was so
I think it
drunk
was the
that day,
facial
dude.
expression.
You
I
think
was
so?
so
I don't think
fucking
so.
drunk. I think I was drunk still from the night before.
You always are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. John, you got any other projects to plug before we move on?
So I actually do 2 other podcasts.
Let's talk.
I do
about
3
2 other
podcasts.
ones? Holy shit.
Yeah. So I do Spoiler Country. Then I have a
Slow down,
podcast.
man.
I can't slow down, man. I'm a go kind of guy. I have a podcast called Haphazard Adventures that I do with my wife. We've been doing that one since 2009. It's basically we just record ourselves like going to concerts or talking about topics or bringing a guest on and talking about something controversial and kind of seeing where it goes. My favorite one so far is we had my buddy DJ Cupid come on, and we had an episode called "Why Can't I Say the N-Word?" And
DJ Cupid.
Yeah. he has a podcast called Cupid and Cam, which is pretty good. We had that one came out really well, and it was a really good conversation. That's what we like to do on that one: to have conversations and then have fun and talk about our kids and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then I have another one I just started last month called R3 with JH with the Nerd Talk Lives podcast network. They asked me to do like a solo show. So it's like a 30-minute ranting show where I just record myself for 30 minutes and then I give it to them and they release it.
Cool.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
And you play drums.
I play guitar, bass, and drums.
Holy shit.
Shit.
I've recorded 4 studio albums, 2 live albums, and I've toured the Northwest. And I miss playing music a lot. So, you know.
How long have you been rapping for?
So my rap career started out. I don't rap.
Because you
I don't
talk so
rap.
fast. I'm like, Jesus.
Right? There's always so much. I wouldn't be surprised, dude. He's like,
I'm trying to slow down, right?
Here's my mixtape. It's pretty fire. Put it up.
It's
Totally
fire.
fine, man.
Dang. Doesn't he just make you guys feel fucking super
Like
lazy?
shit. Yeah, dude.
I mean,
come on.
me too. But I'm
God
just
damn
saying.
You know what? After this, I'm gonna start drawing, dude. Fuck this. I need to finish
it.
anyway.
Do it.
I've been working on drinking this beer for the last few minutes.
Well, I've been writing a lot more, like here and there, bits and pieces of this thing that's coming together. But
I think our problem here. I'm going to ask you some advice. Someone who has so many balls in the air but seems to finish their balls.
Catch them all.
Me,
I'm great
Yeah.
at catching balls.
me and David, we always kind of squirrel a little bit. You know what I mean? We start a project, but we don't finish it before moving on to another project. How do you get
Yeah.
your projects completed?
Hey,
How do you
I will say
how do
that
you
this-
stay focused?
This project
Motive.
here has been going strong though.
Which one?
Speakeasy Gentlemen.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Maybe I'm the
I gotta
missing
twist
link.
some arms in the meantime.
it's
but
whatever.
yeah.
But
So the way I do it is I use a OneNote, right, which to track everything I do, and I kind of set up tasks for myself. Like, all right, get this shit done, and really I did webcomics for 13 years where I did like 3,000 pages of webcomics, and I created 11 different webcomics throughout that time frame. But really, it's a lot of like just tracking what I'm doing and saying, okay, I need to finish this, and I get sidetracked all the time too. Like I'll start a project and you get 3 months into it, then shiny new project, but it's always like the ones that I really feel passionate about, like the Eins book. It's like, or my Spoiler Country podcast. It's always like I always come back to it saying, all right, I need to focus on this, and then I just give myself to-do lists. Okay, in 3 months I want to have these things done, so I just prioritize what I want to do and then just knock them out. I find for me having tasks that I can check off on a box works really well. Whether it's a week checklist or 3 months, something to do in 3 months.
Just goals in general, right?
Goals in general help a lot, because if you just say, "Oh, I want to do this," and you're just trying to work on it periodically, you're never going to finish, really. But if you said, "Okay, in 3 months, I want to have this script done," okay, and you might do it in 2.5 months, but in 3 months you want to have it done, hit that goal, and it's something that I found for me works really well. And also having people like my co-host Kenrick or Casey Allen, my editor, get on my ass and say, "Get your shit done," really helps too.
I think that's the problem. Is like it's just me. I'm like, okay, kick yourself in the ass. I just don't want to get out of bed. Yeah, I woke up now. I need to start fucking doing this shit.
Right. Hey David, what's up with your Nevermore Narrative podcast?
I don't know, man. Like, it's been so long now. It's like
that's what it is. Even somebody who bugs him about it, he's like, I don't know, man. I got other stuff to do.
I do, because there's a lot of stuff I need to start working on. I mean, I can squeeze it in. It's just I need to find a guest other than the topic.
There you go.
It's after the
you just need all of it, basically.
Maybe George can hop on. We've been wanting to get him on, so.
All right.
It's after New Year.
George says your show is Nevermore.
Yeah.
No puns.
All right. Before we say goodnight, I have one more thing to talk about. It's our segment that we haven't done for a while called Oh Canada. Remember that? It's been so long.
It's been a while.
Florida's been fucking up lately. It's kind of taken over the...
I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Canada's at war.
With who? Maple syrup?
Here's. I have an image to show you.
You have an image for me to show?
Yes.
Are they at war with hockey? What the fuck is that?
Norway has built the world's tallest moose.
Canada has war with Norway?
It's not.
Oh, damn, that's a person right there.
That is a person in the background.
Holy
yeah,
fuck.
they're in the background. A normal person would go up to like I don't know if they're called elbows or knees.
The balls,
whatever those
the
are.
penis of the moosin.
So Norway is now seeking a moose truce, because for so long Moose Jaw Canada has had the world's tallest moose, and now Norway beat them by 1 foot.
That's huge.
They intentionally built a 33-foot tall moose.
And theirs looks better.
Canada had, I know, and it's all like SpongeBob's future episode, Chrome and shit. But yeah, they reached out to Moose Jaw, and they actually tried reaching an agreement saying that they will go down to Canada and build it up to 33 feet, so they both have the same amount of the same height in their mooses.
Norway offered to do that?
Uh-huh.
That's very nice.
Because Canada was just like, I'm mad now.
Oh, that's nice.
I kind of want that
to happen. Oh, yeah, I didn't know they get mad.
Right.
Well, their moose is taller than ours is. They're too busy getting high up there. They're not worried about that shit.
I don't know.
You didn't know about that?
Well, I know that.
The whole country legalized weed.
Yeah. Canada just seems like a weird, nice place. It's just too nice. I don't know. I've never been.
Hey, did you hear their moose is taller than ours? Well, I'm not okay with that.
That doesn't settle right with me at all.
They're not getting a thank you in the Christmas card this year.
Someone's getting a lump of coal in their stocking, that's for sure.
Do they celebrate Christmas?
I don't know. Canadians, right? I mean, why wouldn't they? Do they?
I don't know.
I'm sure the Christian ones do.
They do.
What about the French Canadians? What do they celebrate? Fuck.
Nothing.
Yeah, right. Nothing.
Celebrate wine.
I can tell you, they're not the ones at war. He's eating surrender monkeys.
Bonjour! He's eating surrender monkeys.
So Canada's Moosehead Breweries recently donated $25,000 towards Mac the Moose, who is the Canadian moose, to build him up some more. And there's a GoFundMe page, and they raised over $12,000 to build that moose up just a little bit.
Canadian dollars.
Oh yeah, that's true. It didn't say USD.
It's like $350.
It's like $350.
So while we're trying to build the wall, they're trying to build the moose.
That's right.
I support the moose more than the wall.
Right?
If I waited 2 more seconds, you would have been drinking that, David.
Damn it,
I
Gary.
spat it out, dude, all over my fucking iPad.
They did only get
right
both
here on my
out.
lips, dude. I was like, ooh.
Oh man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you.
Wait, I'm waiting for it, dude. Like, the start of pool. What season is it going to be where I actually spit out on camera? Like,
All we have to do is fucking pay attention. We have to pay attention to you drinking. We'll be fine.
I'm just going to do it off camera. Like,
All right. Anyway, next week we have the guys from the Suds and Buds podcast on. And we don't have a drink of the week yet, but stay tuned to our...
it's Suds and Buds.
Yeah, that's right.
Sounds
Good job.
disgusting.
Good job, David. Stay tuned to our social medias to know what drink we're drinking next week. Special thanks to the Speakeasy team, George Vader, Ricky, Alyssa. Why do I have Alyssa in there?
I think she
Nathan,
did something once.
and you guys, Pierce and David, and of course, John, thank you so much for showing up. We really appreciate it.
Hey, man. Thank you
Of course.
for showing up, dude. And good luck to you on all your upcoming projects, man. We're looking forward to it.
Good
Thank
luck to
you,
you on
thank you.
the upcoming play.
I'll be playing with your mama tonight.
62. John, can you do us a favor and read us out if you could read that?
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Speakeasy Gentleman. Find audio of all episodes on iTunes and Podbean.
Hell yeah. Thank you,
You
sir.
read that perfectly. Shit.
I know. We make it complicated. And
It's like I podcast or something.
No, people complain about the fine print on the bottom. Like, I can't read that. But you
Oh.
read it fine.
I've been drinking too, but I have good eyes.